Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for tonight's coverage of the Thunderstruck Street Stock Series. Tonight, these Street Stocks will be taking on the Los Angeles Coliseum for 75 laps of racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atlee Atnan, and I'm excited to call every second of tonight's LA20. Little look at what happened last week here. And, first of all, right now we are practicing. Got about 3 minutes left. And Kiernan Church is on the top of the board with a 13.96. Then behind him, that is Sam Wetstein with a 14.05. And third is Eric Tracy with a 14.06. So we've got a very stout field. Right now, 20 drivers have turned laps. A very stout competitive field. All of them with a chance to win this race. And, of course, we're at the LA Coliseum. And if last night's race in real life was any indication of how this race is going to go, this race is going to be wild. Last week, we were at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where Daniel Pope grabbed his second win of the season. He led from flag to flag after starting on the pole. Finishing second was Corey Bigley, who started second. Third was Zachary Onan. Fourth was Cody Bohm. And rounding at your top five, that was Garrett Kinder. And so after last week's race at the Bull Ring, Daniel Pope remains your point standings leader. He has an 11-point lead over second place Cody Bohm. Third is Zachary Onan. Fourth is Rick Rube. And rounding at your top five in points, that is Eric Tracy. So only 11 cars separate Daniel Pope and Cody Bohm. And there's 20 cars in this race. That means that we may very well could have a new point standings leader after this race if Daniel Pope doesn't have the best of races. So just something to keep in the back of your mind throughout this race. But I think this is going to be a wild one here at the LA Coliseum. We're going to have a heat race. You got Siri Reed on YouTube. He says, "Let's go." LOL. Welcome to the stream, Siri. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be like I mentioned, a really fun one here tonight at the LA Coliseum. And it's so crazy, I don't know if this was scheduled or not, but of course, for those of you who don't know, yesterday in real life, the NASCAR Cup Series had their clash at the Los Angeles Coliseum, where my favorite driver, Martin Truex Jr., took the win. And so, we're going to run it here just like the Cup Series did, and hopefully it's going to be just as exciting as last night's race. And I think 20 street stocks certainly will put on a show tonight. But right now in practice, it looks like Kiernan Church he's just in a whole nother world. He's a 10th faster than second place, so it's going to be hard to beat Kiernan tonight. There's a lot of competitive drivers, though, throughout the field that I think will give him a run for his money. But right now, we are going to find out who has the best pure speed in these street stocks here at the Coliseum with qualifying. Drivers will get 2 laps to try to set their best possible lap time, and that will determine where they will start in the feature. And it'll also determine who is locked into the race and who will have to try to get into the race through the heat race, if we have more than 20 drivers. There we go, drivers hitting the track. We've got the 6 of Tyler Rice. There is Josh Oswald. We got Eric Tracy. Eric Tracy sits in 5th heading into this race. In the point standings, that is. There's Craig Cobb in the 849. We see Dylan Bates to the top of the board. As I say that, it's Josh Oswald to the top of the board. Josh runs a 14.16, putting him just 100th ahead of second place Sam Wetstein. And Cody Boehm goes to the top of the board with a 14.13. As I say that, then it's Daniel Pope to the top of the board with a 14.11, putting Pope 200ths ahead of second place Cody Boehm. Third is Josh Oswald with a 14.16, putting him 500ths off of first place Daniel Pope. There's Kevin Dowd in the 90, crossing the start-finish line after his first lap. He runs a 14.76, putting him about 6 seconds off of first place Daniel Pope. Kevin definitely looking to try to improve on that second lap so he can maybe have a better starting position. And he does improve with a 14.46. So he gained about 0.3 there. Now he's only 0.3 off of Daniel Pope. And he is now in the top 15. There is Kiernan Church heading through 3 and 4 on his first lap. He was fastest in practice. We'll see if he is fastest in qualifying. And to the top of the board goes Kiernan Church, 14.09. And that will put him about 200ths ahead of second place Daniel Pope. He does not improve on his second lap. But still, even if he didn't improve on his second lap, he's still top of the board. I want to give a huge shout out to our series sponsor, T-Rice Custom Monitor Stands. If you are in the market for a custom monitor stand for whatever you need it for, then definitely consider checking out T-Rice Custom Monitor Stands. T-Rice Custom Monitor Stands is owned by one of the racers in the field tonight, Tyler Rice. So again, definitely consider checking out T-Rice Custom Monitor Stands for all of your custom monitor stands needs. So thank you so much to Tyler and T-Rice Custom Monitor Stands for sponsoring the Thunderstruck Street Stock Series. Intensity Broadcasting is proud to be partnered with Butt Kicker. And for those of you who don't know what Butt Kicker is, let me tell you a little bit about it. It is a valuable item if you are an iRacer. Butt Kicker is the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel ultra low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. The patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. The Gamer Plus is the new and upgraded sim racing and gaming hardware that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. To check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which one is right for you, visit thebuttkicker.com. Again, thebuttkicker.com is the website belonging to the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. So thank you again to the Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. If you are an iRacer or a gamer, definitely consider checking them out because the Butt Kicker really enhances your racing or gaming experience. You can feel every little thing on track, whether it's a rumble strip or when you're shifting the gears, or you can feel the tire spin. I always make sure to use mine when I'm on iRacing, and it just makes for such a realistic experience, and it can be helpful too when you're at kind of technical tracks and you kind of need to feel what the car is doing, and it kind of bridges the gap a little bit between being on the sim and racing in real life. So if you ever kind of have wished to want to feel what the car is doing on the sim, then Butt Kicker is the way to do that. All right, we're going to have a heat race here. Here is your starting lineup, starting on the pole with a 14.568. That is Full Sin Racing's Ray Page in the 41. Outside of him, that is the 64 Intensity Racing driver of Matt Knights. Third is Dark Horse Motorsports' Alex Veith in the 51. In fourth, that is the 10 Ripcord Racing driver of Dave Jones. And last but not least, that is the 849 of Craig Cobb. Now, every single driver in this heat race is going to make the main event. If there were 6 or more drivers, then one of those drivers would be, and the field would be eliminated. But since there's only 5, every single driver will fill out our 20-car field. So this will really just serve as kind of some extra practice for these drivers in racing conditions. But, I mean, there's a lot to fight for. You're trying to get that first place spot so you can have the best track position to begin this race. And green flag is out here at the Coliseum. Your heat race is underway. Ray Page leads the field into turns 1 and 2. He's able to get clear over Matt Knights. And the whole field is starting to tuck in as we head into 3 and 4. We're side by side for third. We see Dave Jones trying to make it work on the outside. Oh, we'll see, he got contact. Oh, contact in 1 and 2. Jones hits the outside wall. Veith hits the outside wall. That could have been bad. Luckily, all 3 drivers hang on to it. We see the 10 of Dave Jones pushes up in 3 and 4, and that is going to open the door for Alex Veith. They're side by side, heading through 1 and 2. Nose to tail in the backstretch. They door each other. Wow. Drivers getting aggressive here in this heat race, but it looks like Alex Veith, he is able to get clear over Dave Jones. Matt Knight's trying to reel in Ray Page for this first place spot in this heat race. Matt looking low off of turn number 4. Maybe trying to set something up here. And the key, if you want to try to make something happen without giving the driver in front of you, is you got to kind of arc your corner a little bit more. And so what Matt might be trying to do here is to lift a little bit earlier than he does so he can be the first driver back in the gas off of 2 or off of 4. And that'll give him a bunch of good corner exit speed. We saw last time by, Alex Veith ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 14.33. Alex is currently about a second off of your leader, Ray Page, but he is closing that gap very quickly. He might be up in contention for the lead by the end of these 13 laps. Matt Knight's continuing to chase Ray Page for this first place position. This is the fight for that 16th place starting position. And we've got a caution here in this heat race, the first one of the race. And we are going to take a look at a wreckage replay to see exactly what happened. Said that Dave Jones crashed. We'll see exactly what happened to Dave. All right, looks like Dave was running in that 4th place position and heading into 3 and 4. Just tries to cut that corner and he tags the inside wall there. That doesn't look to be what brought out the caution. I believe it happens right here. It's like heading into 1 and 2, I think he's going to try to do the same thing. Really try to cut that corner, get down on the rumble strip. And it looks like off of 2 there, probably when he's getting back into the gas maybe, the car just comes out from under him and he goes around. So that was just a self-spin there from Dave Jones. Didn't look like he tagged any walls or something like that, but green flag is back out. We are back racing. And oh, looks like Alex Veith tagged the inside wall there. He's underneath Matt Knight's on the backstretch. He's trying to maybe send it here into 3 and 4, but Matt Knight shuts the door. So Alex Veith will remain in 3rd in the time being. Looked like he really tried to dive it down there on that restart. At the moment, Ray Page remains your leader here at the Coliseum. Got about 5/10 between him and Matt Knights. Your front three are all close together, but I was talking to Matt Knights earlier, and you could clearly see it last night in the real-life race here. It is extremely hard to pass at this quarter-mile bull ring, so you've either got to set it up or use the bumper, and I think in the race with 20 cars, and especially in the waning laps of the race, I think we're going to see a lot of bump and runs. Some will be executed well, and I'm sure some will bring out a caution. Another thing to keep in mind throughout this race, in the feature race, lap traffic. These cars are going around so fast, and this is just such a short track, that the leaders are going to catch the last place car very, very quickly. So lap traffic could present some troubles to the front cars, and it'll really make pretty much a car in every single little inch of the track. Final lap here in this heat race, and Ray Page leads the field into 3 and 4. He started on the pole, has led from flag to flag, and he will lead the final lap. Ray Page wins the heat race and will have that 16th place starting position in the feature. Matt Knights second, Alex V third, Dave Jones fourth, and Craig Cobb fifth. We're going to have another 1-minute warm-up before we begin the feature event. Just to get these drivers a little bit of extra practice before the race goes green. So let me know in the chat who is your pick to win tonight. We've got 20 fast cars all fighting to get into victory lane. The whole field is very close together. And we're seeing that right there. And there we go. Warm-up is concluded. Kiernan Church will finish on the top of the board. So here we go. It is feature race time here at the LA Coliseum. Let's introduce the stars of tonight's event. On the pole with a 14.092 incredible lap for that 22 machine of Kiernan Church. Outside of him, he's won the last 2 races, looking to grab a third. That is Daniel Pope in the 16. Third is Bohm Racing Inc.'s Cody Bohm in the 78. Fourth, it's the Jet, Josh the Jet Oswald in the 17. And rounding out your top 5 driver for Velocity Motorsports, it's the 98, Smokin' Sam Wetstein. In 6th, that's Dylan Bates in the 91. 7th is the 42 of Zachary Onan. 8th is Eric Tracy in that 67. 9th is the 81 of Rick Rube. And rounding out your top 10, that is Devin Schmidt in the 88. 11th, that is the 31 front row racing driver of Casey Kuntz. 12th is the Poman driver, number 75, Chuck Pegleg Felt. In 13th, that is Jason Lottridge in the 03. 14th is Team Beans Kevin Dowd in the 90. 15th is Tyler Rice. 16th, Ray Page. 17th, Matt Knights. 18th, Alex Veith. 19th, Dave Jones. And rounding out your top 20, that is Craig Cobb. So there you go. 20 cars all fighting for that top spot. We've got 2 drivers in the chat predicting the winner. Jason Warren says, I predict Cody Bohm. And Garrett Kinder says 78, who is also Cody Bohm. Cody Bohm starting in 3rd place here in this race. He's right behind your leader. We'll see if he's going to be able to get up to that lead in 75 laps. He's been fast in practice. He's been fast in qualifying. I think Cody Bohm, just like the rest of the field, has a chance. And green flag is out here at the Coliseum. The LA 20 is underway. Kieran Church leads the field into 1 and 2. We are side by side for the lead. Church, Pope, nose to tail. Heading into turns 3 and 4, we see drivers playing bumper cars. Man, this race is already off to a wild start, and this race is already off to a caution. Caution flag is out here at the Coliseum. We're going to take a look to see exactly what happened with this wreckage replay. Looks like it was a big incident. We've already got drivers that have gained 6 positions and drivers that have lost 11 positions since the green flag dropped. So we're watching Zachary Onan. He's got Eric Tracy outside of him, Chuck Feltz and Rick Rube behind him. And heading into, looks to be 1 and 2. The 75 gets in the back bumper of Eric Tracy. So now Eric Tracy is behind Zachary Onan. Heading into 3 and 4. Onan, he gets into the back bumper of Smokin' Sam Wetstein. That checks the field up. And then, so he gets into the back of Sam Wetstein. That kind of slows up his momentum. But it looks like the 81 of Rick Rube does not check up. And he just goes right into the back bumper of Onan, sending him around. We see, then it's just kind of a domino effect. Feltz piles in. 31 of Kuntz piles in. It's just absolute carnage through that corner. All right, pace car is in. We're getting ready to go back green. Kieran Church on the bottom. Daniel Pope on the top. Green flag is back out here at the Coliseum. Church up to the gears heading into 1 and 2. And looks like he got a lot better restart than the initial start. We see Bohm looking low under Pope for that second place position. They are nose to tail on the front stretch. Looks like Bohm, he's got the nose heading into 1 and 2. Can he get clear? And he's not going to. Looks like he had the position, so he'll be in second now. We've got the caution flag out. Lap 7. And we have our second caution of the race. See what happened here. Jason warns us. Old Rick. Yeah, I mean, that happened a lot in last night's Cup race as well, where just one driver kind of lost his momentum and the other didn't check up. All right, we're watching Craig Cobb heading into 1 and 2 here. And looks like he's got Matt Knights behind him. That's the 10 of Dave Jones. And looks like this might happen in the 3 and 4 here. Looks like the 41 of Ray Page goes down the track right in front of Craig Cobb. That slows it up his momentum. And Matt Knights, he went full send into the corner, did not check up, and just got right into the back bumper of the 849, sending him around. Pretty much a spitting image of what happened with Rick Rube there. Just with different cast of characters. So already we've seen, or yeah, I guess that was, one was heading into 1 and 2, one was heading into 3 and 4. The way that it happened, both incidents are extremely similar. I don't believe something like that. I don't believe that's going to be the last time something like that happens tonight. We've already got 2 drivers down a lap here at the Coliseum. Craig Cobb, Devin Schmidt. Both are at least 1 lap down or more. Cobb is down 1 lap. Schmidt is down 8 laps. All right, pace car is in. And we are back green here at the Coliseum. Watch out for second place. Cody Bohm tucks in line behind Kieran Church as they head on to the backstretch, but he's got Daniel Pope right behind him. Pope gets into his back bumper trying to get him loose, and we see a car gets loose. I don't know who that was. Will a caution flag come out? No, it will not. No harm, no foul. We stay green flag racing here at the Coliseum, and there is the caution flag we were looking for. Third caution of the race is out. We will see what happened this time. And it looked like it happened, up front in the field. Jason Warren says, oh, poor Ray. It's about the 13th straight race he's got turned. I hadn't been aware of his bad luck streak, yeah. If it's been a lot of that kind of stuff happening to him for 13 straight times, that's unfortunate. Hopefully. And looks like, I believe he was involved in this incident. Let's see what happened. So side by side, Oswald and Dylan Bates heading into 1 and 2. They're still side by side here on the backstretch. And heading into 3 and 4, looks like the 91 of Bates gets into the back bumper of Pope. And Josh, he kind of checked up there. Josh actually checked up. But then we see Dylan Bates. No, that's Eric Tracy. Tracy gets into the back of Josh. And that gets him loose and pushes him right into the left rear quarter panel of Dylan Bates, sending him around and bringing out our third caution. Garrett Kinder says Ray and Tyler both have been on a tough run of luck. Tyler, actually, his luck may end tonight, or his bad luck may end tonight. He is off to a great start after starting in 15th. He is up to 6th, right on the verge of a top 5. Watch out for that 6 machine. He's on for a good run tonight. Ray Page, unfortunately, he is down a lap already in 19 laps. Not looking too good so far for that 41. Garrett Kinder says everyone just sending it firewall deep every turn. Couldn't have put it better myself, and I think that'll continue throughout tonight. That's bullring racing. Green flag is back out here at the Coliseum. There's Kieran Church taking off, and there looks like Daniel Pope trying to, there we go, he's pinching Cody Bohm into that wall, trying to grab that second place position. He's got the preferred lane on the bottom, and now Daniel Pope is back to second. Behind him, we've got a battle, Tyler Rice and Jason Lottridge side by side. Lottridge able to get clear over Rice. We see Wettstein and Kuntz side by side. Kuntz is able to get clear over Sam Wettstein. Wettstein trying to hold his own on the outside, but it's just so difficult to make it work up there. And once you lose one position, the floodgates kind of open. Eric Tracy trying to follow behind Kuntz here. Yep, both of them. And now the door's going to be open for Rick Rube, and it's just, once you get stuck up on the outside, it's hard to get back down. So now Chuck Feltz looking low under Sam Wettstein. Daniel Pope right on the back bumper of Kieran Church as we complete our, whoa, look at that. Another caution flag is out here at the Coliseum, and oh no! Cody Bohm was collateral damage there. We will see what happened. And it looks like it was Craig Cobb, one of the drivers involved in this incident. We'll see what happened to Craig. All right, so here's Craig Cobb. He's running behind Dave Jones. He's got The 88 of Devin Schmidt behind him. Keep in mind, Schmidt is a lap car. Last I checked, he was down 8 laps. And he's running behind him, heading into 3 and 4. And looks like Schmidt just has a big run. And he goes to give the bumper to the 849. And he does not hit him square, more towards that left rear. And that gets that 849 sideways. And then I saw as he tried to get it turned around, he backed up right into Cody Boehm, sending him sideways, but he was luckily able to save it with not too much damage. So it just looked like Devin Schmidt had a big run, and he took it right into the back bumper of Craig Cobb. But, I mean, we're going to see a lot of drivers give each other bumpers, but the key is just to hit the driver in front of you square, and he hit more towards that left rear of the car, and that's what sent him around. Jason Warren says, I don't think the Darlington line is going to work here for Sam. Yeah, I don't think the Darlington line is going to work here for anyone. Again, once you get stuck on that outside, it's hard to get down, and you're just kind of a sitting duck. Definitely don't want to be up there. Luckily, Sam will restart on the bottom this time. And green flag is back out here at the Coliseum. And oh, we see bumper cars already. Boehm getting into the back bumper of Kieran Church. We are side by side for second. Pope actually has the nose heading into 3 and 4 right now. But Kieran Church, he's just got that preferred lane on the bottom. And it's just going to be hard for Daniel Pope to try to make anything work up there. Cody Boehm right behind them trying to join in on the fun. Kieran Church and Daniel Pope side by side right now. Oh, we see Pope is in the outside wall. That is going to slope his momentum. And this is not good for Pope, because we see Josh Oswald is also joining the party. So now Kieran Church, he is clear of him, and that is going to allow Cody Boehm to get under him as well. Boehm, Pope side by side here through 3 and 4. And then right behind them is Josh Oswald. And what Josh Oswald's hoping to do here is he's hoping to just follow right behind Cody Boehm as he makes that pass on Daniel Pope. And I think Lottridge is going to want to try to catch up there as well. Looks like he's got his own set of battles, though. Daniel Pope is just hoping that if Boehm gets by him... Oh! And we saw that rear end just keep swinging around on that outside, and looks like he just kind of woes the car up a little bit and lets Josh Oswald by as well and just tucks in to that 4th place position. So Daniel Pope went from 2nd to 4th in a very short amount of time, and he might be able to... There's a car stopped on the track. Sam Wetstein just sitting there. And looks like... What is he... He can't move. He hasn't moved. What is going to happen here? There's just cars all around the track. There's not an inch without a car. He's going to have to move somehow. What is Sam Wetstein going to do here? Yep. Caution flag comes out for Sam Wetstein. Hopefully that will give him an opportunity to get that car back around. We'll see exactly what happened to Sam. So heading into 3 and 4, watching Sam Wetstein, he's got Zachary Onan behind him. And looks like heading off of 4. Oh, hold on, let me pause it. I apologize. There we go. Now you can see what I'm actually talking about. So again, Sam Wetstein, he's got Zachary Onan behind him. Heading into 1 and 2. Onan looks low under that 98 machine. He sends it into 1 and 2. And looks like he gets into that left rear of the 98. And that sends him around. Looked to me like I think Sam Wetstein thought he could get down in front of the 42. But, I mean, he had just sent it so deep into the corner that when he tried to... And then when you send it so low, the car gets a little bit tight, and we see that 42 kind of push up into the rear quarter panel a little bit. I mean, that's just kind of an incident, and that's just what happens when you just try to go full send into that corner there. It's either going to stick or it's not going to work, and looks like that time it did not work. Jason Warren says, off the racing surface, it won't throw a caution. Well, luckily, we finally did have a caution flag come out. Yeah, finally, caution finally did come out. All right. Green flag back out here at the Coliseum. Kiernan Church up through the gears, heading into 1 and 2. He's got Cody Bohm on his outside. Josh Oswald in his back bumper. Daniel Popey tucks in line behind Josh Oswald. We're still side by side for a second. Oswald into the back bumper of Church. Oswald goes around. And looks like the caution flag will now fly. Took a little bit. Whoa! I saw a lot of that. What in the world? I can't believe what just happened there. We're going to really dive deep into what just happened. That was just absolute carnage. Garrett Kinder says, Warren, is that a video of you taking a header into that door? I don't know what that's referencing. But that might be him. I'm not sure exactly where I got that GIF. All right, so here we go. Coming to the green flag. There goes Barney doing his thing. And heading into 1 and 2, Josh Oswald just goes absolutely full send. Trying to get that lead from Kiernan Church. We see behind Oswald, or the car behind him on that bottom lane, that is Eric Tracy. Actually, no, that's Daniel Pope. Looks like here on the backstretch, Pope tucks in line behind Josh Oswald. And actually, that was not Pope's fault. I thought Pope got into Oswald. Looks like Eric Tracy. This was all a domino effect. So it looks like the Eric Tracy, he goes full send into the corner, gets into the back bumper of Pope. Pope gets into the back bumper of Church. Or no, Pope gets in the back bumper of Oswald. Oswald gets into the back bumper of Church. It was all just a domino effect and just absolute carnage. And that's one of those incidents where you don't know who to be mad at. Who actually hit you or who pushed the guy who hit you into you. Green flag is back out here at the Coliseum. Cody Bohm trying to make it work on that outside, but hopefully it looks like he's now just going to try to tuck in behind Kiernan Church and try to now maybe set up a pass with 25 laps to go. We've got a battle. Daniel Pope, watch out for him. Him and Josh Oswald trying to work their ways up through the field. We've got Matt Knights, Sam Wetstein battling. Or I guess they're not. There we go. Pope able to get by Matt Knights. Pope back up to 7th after being, I believe, in the back of the field. He is moving all the way up through the field. He's just got to reel in 2 more cars, Casey Kuntz and Eric Tracy, and he will be in the top 5 before you know it. Cody Boehm, I mean, he is right on the back bumper of Kieran Church, trying to make something happen. I mean, at this stage of the race, you can still be a little bit patient. Still got 21 laps to set it up. Looks like we saw Kieran Church kind of pushed up a little bit there, heading off of turn number, I believe that was 2 there. That might be a spot where Church might want to make a pass. Boehm looking low, heading into 3 and 4. He's able to get to the rear quarter panel of Kieran Church. They are side by side. Nose to tail through 1 and 2. Zachary Onani's there as well. Kieran Church, he still has the nose on the outside, but I mean, once you get stuck up there, it's hard to get back down. And Cody Boehm, he is now to the lead, and I think Zachary Onan, he's going to try to follow behind Cody on that bottom. We see Onan blinking a little bit. These two, they are side by side, heading into 3 and 4. Now Onan is clear. In a short amount of time, Kieran Church has gone, and we saw him blink a little bit there. Kieran Church has gone from 1st to 3rd. Definitely not what Church wanted in such a crucial time of the race. We see Onan was almost sideways through, that was 3 and 4. He was able to save it though, and he's almost sideways again. We saw that car was really rotating a couple times there through those corners. Field starting to get spread out. We might have a decent green flag run for the first time tonight. As we watch Kieran Church, Zachary Onan battle for the 2nd place position. Rick Rube and Eric Tracy, they were side by side. Eric Tracy was sideways. Looks like Rube able to get by Tracy now. Daniel Pope looking low under that 67, and Tracy in the outside wall. That'll cost him some momentum, and Pope and Tracy, they're nose to tail, there we go. Pope is able to get clear now. Daniel Pope into the top 5 after being involved in the previous caution. He's really worked his way up through the field. And now he's looking low under Rick Roop for 4th. They are side by side, and he is clear. Daniel Pope now to 4th. Rick Rube 5th. 11 laps for Daniel Pope to try to reel in your leader, Cody Boehm. He's about 3 seconds off of him. Pope was he's been running in the top 3 for a lot of tonight's event before that incident occurred. We'll see if he can get up there. Eric Tracy, Rick Rube now side by side. Tracy's got the nose heading off of 4, and he is able to get clear over Rick Rube. We see some cars have crashed, or at least they're beating and banging. That's Casey Kuntz, Dylan Bates. Look at some stuff going on in the chat here. Jason Warren says the jet has grounded. Yeah, unfortunate there for Josh Oswald. That wasn't his fault. Looks like he just got pushed in to that 22 machine. And it's put him 2 laps down now. So he is done for the day. And hoping to rebound next week. But unfortunate tonight for Josh Oswald. And we see a car's around. That's Devin Schmidt. I don't know if that'll bring out a caution. Looks like Cody Boehm, he is catching up with lap traffic now. He gets by Devin Schmidt. Lap traffic might be the only way for Zachary Onan and Kieran Church to be able to get anywhere near Cody Boehm. This race is not over yet. I mean, he's got a few cars ahead of him. They could play a factor. They could slow him up and allow the leaders to catch up for him. We'll see how much trouble these lap cars cause. And Daniel Pope, we see Devin Schmidt is around Caution flag is out. Looks like he got some help from Kieran Church. We're going to see exactly what happened here at the Coliseum with this wreckage replay. Wow. All right, so here we are. We're watching Devin Schmidt. Devin Schmidt is a lap car here. Cody Bohm got by him. We see Zachary Onan. He's trying to look low under him now. So Cody Bohm, we see Schmidt gets a little bit loose. Bohm gets under him. Now Church is going to try to get by Devin Schmidt here. Oh, looks like he blinked a little bit there. Oh! While his car was invisible was when he made the contact. So you can't see him, and then looks like before they even get into the corner, Church was into the back bumper of Devin Schmidt, and then he gets into Onan a little bit. So looks like Schmidt couldn't really see where Church was. I don't know if Church maybe couldn't see kind of where he was as well, if his screen kind of blinked out a little bit. I'm not sure. But that's what brought out the caution. Just Church got into the back of Schmidt, and that sent him around. All right, we're going to have our first attempt at a green-white checkered. We've got 3 of these. So here we go. Will Cody Bohm finish out this race with a win, or can somebody else get by him? Green flag is back out. There's Cody Bohm taking off side by side. Pope, Church heading into 1 and 2. We see Church, he's got the nose heading off the corner, but Pope, he's trying to hold his own on that outside. They are nose. Look at that. We see Pope with the nose. He's got a great run through the corner, and he will cross the line ahead of Church. He is clear. Now Pope again to the back bumper of Onan a little bit. Onan, final lap. Can he get by Cody Bohm? He gets into his back bumper. He pushes him up the track, but no. Cody Bohm will win the race here at the Coliseum. Zachary Onan finishes second. Daniel Pope finishes third. Wow. It looks like Kieran Church is around on the racetrack. What a night. And it's just carnage ensuing here at the Coliseum. Yeah, both Jason Ward and Garrett Kinder called it with Cody Bohm as their pick to win. He grabs his first win of the season here tonight. Jason Warren says Lowe was a nice try at the bump and run. Should have hit him harder. Yeah, Zachary Onani tried to do it, but, I mean, at the end of the day, he might have been just trying to be respectful and didn't want to dump him. But, I mean, that's all he really could have done. So, maybe we'll talk about him with that in his interview. But starting off, we're going to pull in a driver who had a roller coaster night. Let's pull in Daniel Pope. If he's in the booth. Yep, there he is. Hey, Daniel, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you, man.
Awesome. Well, what a roller coaster race for you. I mean, you were all different places all throughout the field. I know you were running in the top 3, for a lot of tonight's event, and we saw that incident kind of sent you to the back of the field, and then poof, all of a sudden you were back on the podium to finish out this race. So kind of walk us through, how you had to adapt from being kind of back in the pack to getting back up front at the track that's just so hard to pass.
Track's not terrible to pass at. You just got to give a little bit of spectacle, and sometimes it's hard to come by, but we had a good car. Track position got me. If I could have qualified on the pole, I probably could have held it. We had a really fast car. I was running really good laps there at the end, and we were just able to rebound from the Daytona big one down there in 3 and 4 and come away with a solid P3.
Yeah, absolutely. Third place after 2 wins. It's a really, really great start for the season for you. I know there was a lot of cautions tonight. Were tires ever a factor throughout this race?
Nah, the tires were not a factor at all. The biggest factor we had was just the bumping and the restarts. I feel bad for Oswald. He had a really good run going, and he was the ultimate victim in that whatever happened down into turn 3. So he was in the wrong place, wrong time, along with me and a couple others, and thankfully we were able to rebound. Some guys didn't have that much luck, and we'll just move on to next week.
Awesome. Now, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to Thunderstruck for doing it. It's fun. Josh and everybody that does this, I know it's a lot of work. It's still a lot of fun to run. All the guys at SPM, different divisions, Velocity and Revelry. We all have a great time. And I think a majority of us race in this league, so we're kind of racing with each other, and we have a good time with doing it. And Christ to Cody, that's the first one I've seen him win in a while, and I'm glad to see him get one.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the podium tonight, Daniel. Have a great rest of your night.
You too, man.
Thank you. All right. Let's now pull in your second place finisher. That is the 42 of Zachary Onan. Hey, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Atlee.
Awesome. Well, great run tonight here at the LA Coliseum. You were one of the biggest movers tonight after starting in 7th. End up finish on the podium, and the main key to that was you were able to avoid a lot of the carnage that ensued throughout tonight's event, kind of being in the right place at the right time, and ended up closing it out with the podium. First of all, what was kind of the key to your runner-up tonight, and is there anything you think you could have done differently to maybe change the result?
I will say the key to my result was that big wreck and where I happened to slot into that big wreck. Because I happened to slot into a spot into the parking lot there, and I'm just sitting there waiting for a car to pull out in front of me, and somebody moved, and I pull away, and I notice I'm the first one to pull away, so that put me into 3rd place from like 13th or something like that. So I'd say that was the move of the race for me, not that I had anything to do with it other than getting spun earlier and sent to the back, so I was in the middle of it.
Yeah, being at the right place at the right time was definitely the key here at the Coliseum. So there was a lot of wrecks throughout this race, a lot of short track shenanigans. Do you think you would have had anything for Cody if they added 5 more laps onto the lap count?
Definitely, I definitely think I had some for him. From where I was running back there, I wasn't driving very hard. The first 30 laps or so, 40 laps, I really didn't have to drive, so the tires were pretty good, and once I got up there and we got running into some space there, I know I was pretty far behind before that caution came out, but with that caution coming out, if we had 5 more laps and the way it played out, I was able to slot in behind him and stay with him, and I hit him that last quarter. I think if I would have got him a little bit more, I might have had a chance, but I didn't want to wreck him. I wanted to make sure he could finish at least 2nd or 3rd.
Now, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Got to thank my fiance for letting me do this, and boys at SPM. Guy you just talked to, Daniel Pope, helps me out a lot, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you, Atlee, for doing this, and the boys at Thunderstruck for putting this on. I enjoy racing with them.
Well, it was fun to watch you duke it out tonight at the Coliseum. Congrats on your runner-up finish, and have a great rest of your night.
All right, man, you too. Maybe we'll talk to you next week.
Hopefully. All right, let's now pull in your winner in the great number 78 from Hellertown, Pennsylvania. Let's pull in your winner, Cody Bohm. Cody, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Doing pretty good up here in the broadcast booth, and looks like it was going pretty well for you out there on track. I mean, started off on the podium or in the top 3, and you were running in the top 3 for majority of this race, and we saw eventually you were running second behind Kiernan. You were able to get by him, and after that, there was no looking back. You led the rest of the way after getting by Kiernan for that lead and grabbed your first win of the season. So, I mean, walk us through your race and just kind of what do you think was your key to your win tonight?
Yeah, I was just just started the race, just biding my time and waiting for an opportunity, and most importantly, just trying not to wreck. And it definitely got beat up, but these street stocks are resilient, so just kind of rode around and didn't want to abuse my stuff, and just got to Kiernan. I didn't want to move him because we got to race with these guys every week, so I didn't want to wreck him. So I gave him a little bit of a bumper and got around him, and then thought I was smooth sailing until that caution came out at the end. But I was thankfully Zach didn't. He could have punted me, and he didn't. So that's a real stand-up move by him, and appreciate that for sure.
Now, I know heading into this race, you were 11 points behind Daniel for that point standings lead, so grabbing a win will definitely help you a little bit. Do you think maybe by the end of this season, we'll see you on the top of the board in that point standings?
I listen. I hope so, but Daniel Pope, he's one of the best. He's one of the best. At iRacing on short tracks for sure. So it'll be tough, but this you never know how things will go. So I'll stay optimistic, and hopefully we can get a good finish here. And I respect the heck out of these guys, so it's just to be able to run up front with them is awesome.
Now, before we let you go, Cody, is there any sponsors or shout-outs you'd like to thank for your win?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out Reaper Racing, Garrett Kinder for letting me on his team and just being a good dude and let me hang out with him, pretty much every week. And Josh Oswald for doing the paint and running the league. And I'd like to thank you for doing a great job up in the booth. And I think it's all in the number. The number 78 is a damn good number, so I think that helped me win tonight.
I totally agree. 78 is the greatest number you can put on a race car. It's typically extra 3 or 4 tenths if you have it on your car. So I think that's probably
Amen.
that's a key to your win, I'd say. Oh, also I want to mention that we had Jason Warren and Garrett Kinder in the chat on YouTube, and they predicted you to win this race, so that might have helped a little bit as well.
That might have, but it's definitely a good thing they didn't tell me that before the race, because I would have found a way to screw it up for sure.
Well, now you know. Now you know. Maybe just get them in the YouTube chat every week saying that you're going to win.
Yeah, I should. Maybe that's the golden horseshoe.
Yeah, that and the number 78. But again, congrats on the first one of the season, and hopefully we'll see a couple more throughout. Have a great rest of your night, Cody.
I hope so, man. You too. Have a good one.
Thank you. Well, there you have it. That is your race winner, Cody Bohm, grabbing his first one of the season here at the LA Coliseum. It was a fun one. Hopefully you all enjoyed the action that ensued tonight. And I want to thank, first of all the Thunderstruck admins, Josh Oswald, Sam Wetstein, William Griffith, Aaron Ward, Jason Warren, Jonah Colbert, or excuse me, not Jonah Colbert, Joaquin Meza, Logan Sturgeon, Michael Swink, Shannon Wilder. Thank you to all of them for all that they do for this league. Without them, this league would not run as smoothly as it does. I want to give a big thank you to T-Rice Custom Monitor Stands for sponsoring this series. If you're in the market for a custom monitor stand, make sure to hit up Tyler Rice. And I want to give a big thank you to the Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. If you're an iRacer, definitely consider checking them out. They make great products and really enhance your iRacing experience. And I want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in to watch the race tonight. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as that'd be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and 1,000 followers on Twitch. Check out our Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there. I want to mention that Intensity Broadcasting has a NASCAR Fantasy League that we are gearing up to run in the new NASCAR season, so make sure to find that in the NASCAR Fantasy Live League section. I think it's just called Intensity Broadcasting. And you can compete against all of the broadcasters to see if you can beat the broadcasters. I'm pretty good at NASCAR picks, so we'll see if you can beat me or not. The league is called Intensity Broadcasting, and right now we've got 13 members. Love to see a few more people join. I've actually put the link in the chat, so you can go ahead and click on that and join the league and try to beat the broadcasters. And also try to beat the defending champion, Garrett Kinder. And also make sure to visit our web store, intensitybroadcasting.com. That's our one-stop shop for everything Intensity Broadcasting, iRacing, and real-life racing. We've got all of our Intensity Broadcasting merchandise on there, At Luis Racing merchandise. We have a bunch of cool auto racing, novelty t-shirts. Make sure to check out our driver collections. We've got our team collections, our lifestyle collections, and our league collections. Especially make sure to check out the Thunderstruck collection in the league section. And we have 2 different Thunderstruck t-shirt designs. And they each come in a bunch of different colors and sizes 5 or small to 5XL. So definitely make sure to consider picking up one of those if you are a fan of Thunderstruck. I'm Atlee Atman-Weist on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over and